What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dan back at you with another video. Today we're going to be ripping some Topps 2026 Series 1 hangers, and we're going to be getting into our episode 2 of starting pitchers, sleepers, breakouts, and busts, and ADP risers, fallers, players we love. And let's get into this rip. Last time we left off at, I believe it was Tyler Glasnow, and we will be starting off today's video with Nolan McLean. We got Nolan McLean, we got Brandon Woodruff, Nick Lodolo, Cam Schlittler, we got Emmett Sheehan, my breakout, Trey Savage, who I really like. They were saying Savage's innings, man, they really put this on there, unlike other hangers for past years. Trey Savage, they were saying his innings will be capped in the beginning of the year. I don't know how useful that will be if he's only throwing, 3-4 innings a start. I don't know how that's very useful to start the year, unless you're very patient. You want to use him on the bench. But one of my favorites in this range is a guy that's being disrespected, Trevor Rogers. He totally flipped the script last year, and he changed his arm angle. He got back to the angle he was in 2021, and he really just, he was injured, came back to Baltimore, was awesome. Then you got Spencer Strider. He's coming back from it. This is a range where it's, like I said, you got to pick and choose and see where your upside is. And a guy here who I really like, if he could really get those innings stretched out, is Jacob Misiorowski. All right, let's get into this. These all flip that way. Let's flip it around. And let's start this rip off. All right, we got a New York Mets, and we got Sandy Alcantara as well. Bubba Chandler. Sandy Alcantara, let's highlight him. He finished off last month and a half of the season with no less than 6 innings. No less than 6 innings at all. And there's our first rookie, Mason Barrett. And we are on the road to 50 subscribers. We will be giving away this Yordan Alvarez rookie card once we hit 50 subscribers. And honestly, I can't wait for the WBC to start. They're going to kick off on Wednesday. I believe it's the Chinese Taipei versus Japan, I believe. Rafi Devers, we got him in a draft the other night. And here's one of my top sleeper pitchers who's going to highlight this video, Kris Bubic. One of my top sleepers is definitely Kris Bubic. Players I love, sleeper. Emmett Sheehan, who we talked about, Trevor Rogers, Cam Schlittler, and Sandy Alcantara. Definitely guys that could help you win your league in these back half rounds. And here's another guy, late, Peyton Tolley, a sleeper. Very good. I want to get him sleeved after this. I like that guy a lot as well. And we break into Gavin Williams, Blake Snell, Ryan Pepio, Robbie Ray, Tatsuya Mai, Zach Wheeler. Is he gonna, he's throwing bullpens. I think he's supposed to be back in May. There's the last look at Clayton. Sonny Gray signed with Boston. Speaking of Boston. And Brandon Marsh. And then we got Luis Castillo, another guy. Are we buying? You buying the chips because I'm buying the dip? That's basically what it is. Let's hopefully get into some of this good stuff. And we fall after Luis Castillo, Shota Imanaga, Mackenzie Gore, Carlos Rodon, Drew Rasmussen, guy I love, Kate Horton, Edward Cabrera, Tanner Bybee, and Matthew Boyd. As we get a little deeper. And Bryce Miller, this guy is going to definitely start the IL, I believe. Start the season on the IL with a side injury. I believe I saw he's going to miss the beginning of April, if that. So we'll see. Also, I want to put together our all value team. We'll do that once we're finished with all the rankings. Next up is relief pitchers. And speaking of pitchers, here was our cover boy of this episode, Nolan McLean. Get him up there. And Michael Harris, Anthony Volpe. We're getting to the good stuff soon. Cole Young, Mason Miller, and Chase Burns. Here's another sleeper breakout. Here's another sleeper breakout for you. Chase Burns, Ryan Nelson, Shane Baz, Shane Bieber. Kind of early. Roku Sasaki. You know, once you start getting into this territory, it's really tough. Parker Messick, Quint Priester. You have to pick your poison. Grayson Rodriguez, Bryce Miller, like I said, Jack Leiter, Zebby Matthews, a guy who just pitched against the Yankees, who's definitely going to let's turn this around, possibly be another breakout and live up to his potential. He was 21 years. He's going to be 21 years old when we start the season, and his name is Andrew Painter. He's 20 years old right now. He was a top prospect. I love this guy. He was a top prospect of Baseball America. He was throwing 97 miles an hour. A strikeout, 2 innings, no walks, no hits, 6 up, 6 down. And Andrew Painter looks like he is ready to break out. And he's going free. Most drafts I do, he doesn't even get drafted in most drafts. Does not even get drafted in most drafts. So, that's huge, you know. If you could sneak those guys in, you know. Sneak those sleepers in. We got to get rid of I pulled the same two, Jacob Wilson, and Shohei, stars of MLB, just twice. I mean, and the James Wood. Here comes the 91. It's a good one. Rays, Carson Williams, rookie card. Get that sleeved. And we go into our Diamondites. Bryce Harper, they pop. Bryce Harper. Jeremy Pena. We got a greatest hits. Byron Buxton. Insert. We got Devin Williams. Ooh, nice little foil of Paul Skeens. And let's flip this around. And it's just a team card. Not numbered. And a beautiful Paul Skeens. Pitcher cover boy. And let's get into box number 2. Let's see if box number 2 could be better than box number 1. I hope. And some more late round guys. Shane Smith. I think we talked kind of early a little bit. Kodai Senga. Jameson Taillon. Jack Flaherty. Jacob Lopez, this little sneaky guy. Brian Bayo. Ronaldo Lopez, Grant Holmes. Those guys should be in Atlanta's rotation. Definitely. To start the year. Some injuries. This. Also another sleeper I really like. Pittsburgh, Mike Burrows. And some fallers for me. We're talking about some busts. And I think Shane Bieber, I don't know what to think about Shane Bieber. He's always injured. He hasn't been good for how many years? Yeah, Shane Bieber. Then another guy who I think is, depending on where you get him, but I just don't see maybe long-term value aspect, like when say you make the playoffs, Robbie Ray. Is he going to be useful? Once you hit the playoffs. For me, last year he was unusable, basically in the second half of the season. Robbie Ray, and we get into, I think, Trey Savage, bust. Freddie Peralta, bust. Just naming off a few guys I think are going to be busts of where they're going. And I'm gonna plant my flag on this one, and I'm gonna say Chris Sale. I think Chris Sale is gonna bust out this year. Be a bust. Maybe injury, something's gonna happen. But he's not gonna go where his ADP is, or he's not gonna perform at his ADP. That's also what a bust is, not just, oh, he's a terrible player and blah, blah, blah. No, he could have a great year and still be a bust. You draft Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani, and they give you 35 home runs and 85 RBIs, 90 runs. Is that what you paid for? That's a bust. That's a bust. You paid for 45 home runs, 100 RBIs, 100 runs, basically a 300 average. Channel. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. You understand? All right, let's get back into it. Dean Creamer, Zach Wheeler, there he is. Cam Schlittler, the New York Yankees. He should be a good pitcher for the New York Yankees and for fantasy teams all around. I was talking Brian Wu up. I think Wu is going to be really good. I really do. I think he's going to be fighting Skubal I think he's a good candidate for AL Cy Young. Drew Abbott. Troy Johnston in the Miami uniform. He's on Colorado fighting for a first base job. I think I might have spoiled it. I think I've seen something. So, I think I've seen something. There we go. The Samuel Basallo. Sardo. Barnabell. Stevenson. Bailey. Backus. JT Ginn. So let me know who your favorite starting pitchers are. There he is, as we're talking starting pitchers. There he is. Jacob Misiorowski. Who's your favorite starting pitcher? Who are you guys drafting? Who are you guys fading? Who's your favorite targets? Let me know. Do you have any questions? Are you in the keeper league? Do you have any trouble? Let me know. Comment. Let me know. We got a gold. I see it. We got a gold. It's coming up. I'm going to flip it around. Oh, this is the first time I've seen this card. Jacob Misiorowski, Stars of the MLB. Jacob Misiorowski. Oh, nice. This is the first time I pulled this card as well. Jack Caglione, Titans of the Game. It's a nice one. And these are the stars. Alright, let's see what that gold is. I want to see what that gold is. These are the stars. Here comes the 91. Jacob Misiorowski. This has been a good little run right here. Jacob Misiorowski. Then we get a Bob Seymour on the Diamondite. The Blaze Alexander. He'll be starting for the Orioles. We got a greatest hit, Max Muncy. It's a numbered card. Colorado, Hunter Goodman. All that for the Hunter Goodman. Numbered 1667 to 2026. Hunter Goodman Gold to cap this off. All right. So we're on the road to 50 subscribers. Like I said, once we have 50 subscribers, Yordan Alvarez will be coming your way. Next episode, we will be talking relief pitchers to finish out off our rankings episodes. Also, we'll finalize our all-value team as well. Let's get ready for the WBC. Let me know again who your favorite pitchers are, who you're fading, who you're drafting, who do you love, who's your breakouts. So like, comment, subscribe, let me know in the bottom. And until next time, peace.